When there's not snow on the ground, this is a pretty awesome place to play frisbee. And it was during a frisbee match here, a couple of summers ago, that I first had the idea for Temptress. We were in the midst of finishing a production run of Crossroads, or The Piano of Death, which I had created with my friend Crystal and her friend, and now my friend Mary. And I'd been getting a lot of feedback that, you know, this show was really good. I need to work on a full length. And one of those compliments happened right before this frisbee game, and I didn't know where to go. I hadn't written anything that long since college, and what was I going to do to fill an hour and a half of stage time? But I came back to this scene from Crossroads.
I got your flowers. You were beautiful.
Were? They're down already, huh?
Yeah. Funny how I can't even keep a plant alive. Pathetic, right? I mean, how am I going to keep alive a human? How am I going to keep alive a child?
No. You'll be an awesome mom. You'll be perfect. And I'll be there. Best friends for life, right, Vern?
Yeah. Not if my dad has anything to say about it.
Right, what'd your dad say?
Never mind. Okay, I've got something to say to you. It's really important, but I'm not sure.
For what?
Never mind. Look, can you get us out of here?
Well, what about the baby? Are you going to just leave like that?
Yeah, I've got a car seat, I've got everything ready, we can just...
Okay, well, what about the run? So you got...
I just leave him a note. Tracy and I just want to be with you right now, just us girls. Can we do that for us?
Hell yeah. Come on, let's go. Come on.
There was the answer, right? What happens when these girls run off and they leave behind the father? You know, it doesn't happen in that moment of that scene, but it's suggested that it's going to happen after the play ends. And all that stuff, a lot of the action of that play took place in the early 90s, into the late 90s. And some math started happening in my head, that I'd been writing about these characters for so long that these characters now possibly had children of their own. They were no longer kids, teenagers themselves. They might, you know, that baby swaddled up there in that scene is a teenager now. And what was her story? And so something started happening, very much like that meeting that I had with Crystal and Mary to talk about Crossroads. And I still think about that coffee shop, which I pass every day on my way into work at Lesley University. That coffee shop where Crystal and Mary set down some parameters for me that finally let me take this years-long story I'd been trying to tell and condense it into this 45-minute play, Crossroads, that people were telling me I needed to write a full length based on the quality of that. So I drive by that coffee shop and I think about parameters, and I think about this scene, and I think about that teenage girl that used to be a baby swaddled up in the cloth there. And I think, what's her story? And that's where Temptress came from.